Have you ever pondered on the reasons why we worry? Each day, every moment, why does this particular state of mind, this specific emotion, seem to hold an almost invincible, steadfast occupancy within the very core of human psyche? The concept of worry, this relentless concern or unease, has been an integral part of the human condition for millennia. It is a universal experience cutting across cultures, generations, and socioeconomic divides. The topic of worry is indeed intricate, interwoven with countless complexities. It's a subject that prompts us to analyze and introspect, to dive deep into the ocean of human emotions, to understand its intricacies, and to decode the labyrinth of our minds. The intricate layers of worry, each unique, each telling a different story, need to be carefully analyzed, meticulously deconstructed. Just like peeling an onion, we must peel back the layers of worry. Each layer could expose a new cause, a new trigger, or perhaps a hidden fear. The exploration of these layers will bring us closer to understanding the profound impact worry has on our mental health, emotional stability, and overall well-being. This complex emotion doesn't just affect us psychologically. It also touches our physical health, influences our relationships, and shapes our worldview. No stone will be left unturned as we dissect the multifaceted aspects of worry and its profound effects on our lives. We will also delve into strategies and remedies, digging deeper into psychological research and cognitive therapy for better management of worry. We'll explore how we can reframe our minds, use coping mechanisms, practice mindfulness, and adopt a healthier perspective on worry. Well, today, we're diving deep into the nature of worry, peeling back its layers to understand its causes, its impact on our mental and emotional well-being, and how we can better manage it. So what exactly is worry? It's a type of thinking where we imagine negative outcomes in the future. It's a mental process that spirals, leading us to ruminate on potential problems or setbacks that may not even come to pass. More than just a fleeting thought, worry can permeate our minds, creating a cloud of apprehension over our future. Worry is not identical to other related emotions, though they may seem similar at first glance. The nuances are what set them apart. Stress, for instance, is a reaction to a demanding situation or an overwhelming workload. It can be triggered by the most mundane tasks or the most considerable pressures, causing a feeling of being unable to cope. Anxiety, a more intense emotion, often follows stress. It is a lingering sense of unease or dread, an uncertain but persistent discomfort that stays with you the initial stressful circumstance has passed. It's like a specter haunting your consciousness, making even the most ordinary tasks seem daunting. Take, for example, a scenario where you're preparing for an upcoming presentation. The thought of it might induce worry first. You might imagine all the things that could go wrong. This worry then leads to stress as you grapple with the demands of preparation. Then, as the date draws closer, your stress transforms into anxiety, a feeling of dread hanging over you. The last emotion, fear, is a different beast. Unlike worry, stress, and anxiety, which are typically based on abstract or hypothetical situations, fear is about something real and immediate. For example, you might worry about an upcoming presentation, which leads to stress, which in turn leads to anxiety. Fear, on the other hand, is usually about something real and immediate. Through the lens of psychology, worry is seen as a complex emotion. This fascinating emotion, with its multifaceted nature and profound effects, can be traced back to our early forebears, but it continues to shape our contemporary lives. The world of psychology presents a captivating exploration into the concept of worry, highlighting its structure and the vital role it plays in our mental survival toolkit. Scientific research and numerous studies provide compelling evidence that worry can, in fact, be a shield, a bulwark against the unknown. The act of worrying, according to these studies, can serve as a mental rehearsal for potential threats and challenges, arming us with the mental fortitude and preparedness to combat them. This protective mechanism is not a modern development, but a survival instinct deeply ingrained in our genetic fabric. Our ancestors were not strangers to worry. In a world fraught with danger and unpredictability, they were constantly on the edge, anticipating and preparing for potential threats. Be it wild animals, adverse weather conditions, or rival tribes, various forms of danger lurked at every corner. Without the luxury of modern-day security measures, they relied heavily on their ability to worry. This emotional practice equipped them with the necessary readiness to respond to these threats swiftly and effectively. contributing to their survival and eventual evolution. It's why we, as humans, are prone to worry. Our ancestors had to anticipate and prepare for danger, and worry helped them do that. But how does worry work? It's a cycle, really. It's like a wheel that continually turns, perpetually spinning, much like the Earth rotates on its axis. This cycle begins with an initial event or situation incites worry. We can call this the trigger. The trigger could be anything, small or significant. A stressful situation at work, a disagreement with a friend, or even an upcoming test or job interview. It's essentially the spark that ignites the fire, the catalyst that sets off a series of reactions. These reactions take the form of worrying thoughts. These are the thoughts that invade your mind, thoughts that continually question and challenge you. They might be thoughts of failing, not living up to expectations, or even feeling like you're not good enough. These thoughts are typically negative, fear-based, and often irrational. They're the thoughts that keep you up at night, that cause your heart to race and your palms to sweat. These thoughts then evoke strong emotional responses. They make you feel things, powerful things. It could be feelings of anxiety, uncertainty, fear, or even panic. These emotions are intense, often overwhelming, and can feel like a storm raging within you. These emotions then dictate our behaviors. They push us to act in certain ways that are often a result of the worrying thoughts and emotions we're experiencing. For instance, an upcoming job interview might be the trigger, leading to thoughts of failing, which then evoke feelings of anxiety, resulting in behaviors such as over-preparation or avoidance. There are various triggers and causes of worry. These triggers span across a wide spectrum, each with its unique way of sparking anxiety. One primary trigger is uncertainty. It can be seen everywhere, in the unknown outcome of critical decisions, the unpredictable nature of the future, or even in the capricious weather. The shadows of the unknown can often breed worry, as we humans have a natural tendency to fear what we cannot predict or control. Another significant cause is perfectionism. The constant striving for flawlessness can be a heavy burden to bear. This burden is not just about the attainment of perfection in tasks and achievements, but also extends to social expectations and personal ideals. Perfectionism often leads to an incessant loop, causing us to worry excessively about our inadequacies and potential failures. Then we have negative thinking patterns. These patterns, often ingrained over time, serve as a self-fulfilling prophecy of worry. This constant pessimism can create a dark cloud over our lives, tainting our perceptions and interactions with the world. It can significantly amplify minor setbacks, turning them into monsters of worry. Lastly, our past experiences play a crucial role in shaping our worry. Every experience, good or bad, leaves an indelible imprint on our psyche. Bad experiences especially have a way of lingering around, casting long shadows that feed our worries. Together, these factors can create a relentless cycle of worry that's difficult to break. They feed into and off each other, perpetuating a whirlpool of anxiety that can feel nearly impossible to escape. Negative thinking patterns and past experiences can also fuel our worries, creating a cycle that's difficult to break. Chronic worry can have serious consequences on our mental health and well-being. These persistent concerns can establish roots so deep within our psyche that they pervade every aspect of our existence, turning our everyday life into a battlefield. It can lead to an escalation of anxiety, a state marked by restlessness and constant worry. This state of anxiety can then precipitate into depression, a feeling of desolation that makes life seem devoid of any joy or purpose. Furthermore, the grip of chronic worry can sow seeds of insomnia, keeping one awake with a whirlpool of negative thoughts. It can also severely impair our decision-making abilities, making even the simplest choices seem insurmountable. However, it's not just mental. Worry can also manifest physically, triggering muscle tension, which can in turn lead to persistent headaches. It can interfere with our digestive system, leading to ailments like gastritis and ulcers. Moreover, chronic worry can compromise our immunity, leaving us susceptible to a plethora of illnesses. This underlines the deep-seated connection between our mind and body, a bond so intricate that it reaffirms the importance of simultaneously addressing both psychological and physical aspects when dealing with worry. This highlights the mind-body connection. and the importance of addressing both psychological and physical aspects of worry. Our way of thinking plays a substantial role in how much we worry. Our brains are powerful entities, capable of producing both rational and irrational thoughts. Sometimes these irrational beliefs or cognitive distortions can lead us down a rabbit hole of worry. Cognitive distortions are essentially errors in our thinking process that can amplify our worries exponentially. These include patterns like catastrophizing or imagining the worst possible outcome in any given situation, and black and white thinking, which restricts our perspective to absolutes, leaving no room for shades of gray. Another cognitive distortion is mind reading, where we convince ourselves that we know exactly what others are thinking about us, often in a negative light. These cognitive distortions collectively contribute to a worry-filled mindset, making our life more stressful than it needs to be. However, the good news is that we are not helpless victims to our thoughts. We possess the ability to challenge and reframe these worrying thoughts that plague our minds. Numerous proven techniques, such as cognitive restructuring, can be employed to combat these distortions. Cognitive restructuring refers to the process of identifying and disputing irrational or maladaptive thoughts. Another useful technique is evidence gathering, which encourages us to seek factual evidence to counteract our irrational beliefs. A third technique is perspective taking, which urges us to view situations from different viewpoints, thereby promoting a more balanced perspective. By regularly practicing these techniques, we can cultivate a more balanced and realistic outlook on life. Mindfulness and acceptance-based approaches indeed provide highly effective methods to manage worry. When we delve into the world of mindfulness, we are exploring a rich tapestry of techniques that promote a heightened state of awareness. These techniques are not designed to suppress or control our thoughts and emotions, but to observe them from a non-judgmental perspective. You see, our minds constantly produce a torrent of thoughts and emotions, many of which can induce worry and anxiety. This leads to an incessant internal chatter, a ceaseless dialogue that can often become overwhelming. Mindfulness practices provide us with the tools to navigate this ocean of thought, to become an observer rather than a participant in this inner drama. Additionally, mindfulness also emphasizes acceptance. It encourages us to embrace our thoughts and feelings irrespective of their nature, rather than trying to resist or change them. This approach teaches us that every thought or emotion, be it positive or negative, forms a part of our unique human experience. It offers a way to foster a more compassionate and understanding relationship with our inner selves. This doesn't mean that we become passive observers of our thought processes. On the contrary, by observing our inner dialogue without judgment, we reduce our reactivity to worrisome thoughts. We learn to respond, not react, cultivating a sense of calm and tranquility amid the hustle and bustle of our mental landscape. Indeed, mindfulness practices help us observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, reducing our reactivity to worrisome thoughts. To sum up, worry is an intricate emotion deeply woven into the fabric of our existence. It's ignited by diverse elements and can leave imprints on our psychological and physical state. However important to realize, worry is not an unmanageable beast. It's about deciphering its roots, confronting our cognitive frameworks, and incorporating mindfulness into our routine. If worry has become a permanent fixture in your existence, it may be time to turn professional assistance. A plethora of resources exist poised to guide you through this journey. It's beneficial to delve into this expansive world of mental health, for it provides immense insight and understanding. If this video has informed you, we'd appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe for more content delving into mental health and wellness. The journey of understanding and worry can be challenging, but remember, never alone. There are countless tools and individuals available to aid you. Thanks for listening.